In this tutorial, we are going to build the top part of the useless box case. So to begin with, we left off and we have our base part here. Now what we're going to do is do the top. So we're going to go up to the top here and create a new file. Standard, I'm going to double click it this time, and again we have nothing on the screen. But you see down here you got a couple tabs down here. So one is the base, and then there's your other part that we're creating now. Okay, and I can actually switch back and forth between them. This is really useful later on. So we'll create a 2D sketch. We'll pick the top plane like before, and I'm simply going to go back up to the rectangle tool. One left mouse click, another left mouse click, dimension it, and this time we want this to be 3 to match the bottom. This is important because, if you don't have the matching, it's not going to go together. And 3, we'll hit finish sketch. Once that's done, I'm just going to scroll out a tiny bit. We'll do the extrude, automatic extrudes, and we want a distance of 2. Okay. Now that this is complete, we're going to hollow the middle out. Now we can go back and pick the surface and draw another box and do a bunch of math and stuff, but it's a lot easier sometimes just to pick the top surface and use the command called shell. So we click on shell, it automatically hollows it out, and we want the thickness of the walls to be 0.08. That is purely just a thickness so that, whoops, I missed that one. Whoa, what's that? Okay, so we'll try that one more time. Pick the surface, and we'll go right here, shell, and we need a 0.08 there, not a 0.8. That works better. Okay, and there's hollowed out. Now I'm going to show you something else over here. I have down here, when I click this little button, this is called visual style. So if I click here and I click visual style, I get these options when I click this now, and shaded and shaded with edges and realistic. So I'm going to leave it at shaded right now, and I'm going to hit top. See, everything disappears. It's there, but you can't see it because there's no edges or anything. So I'm just going to click here now, go shaded with edges. Then when I come back, you got some edges there and it's a little easier to see. Okay, just a little trick over there. Next, what we're going to do is put some holes or some little standoffs here so we can put some screws into for later on to hold the two pieces together. So I'm going to pick this top surface. From this top surface, go to create 2D sketch as usual. Scroll out a tiny bit and move it in. I'm going to work in this. Oops, I'm going to work down here. Okay. So, a circle. Now here's the deal. If I create a circle like this and you just watch this, all of a sudden it snaps right there and there's a tangent symbol shows up. We don't want this right now because it does mess you up. So we're going to make sure that our circle does not touch the lines at all. Okay, and then we're going to go dimension, and this circle's dimension is 0.35 of a diameter. Oops, and I'm not sure where that just went, so I'm going to go Control Z, bring it back. Don't know if I've showed you Control Z in the previous things, but there's Control Z. It's a wonderful thing. And I'm going to double click here and go 0.35. Okay, and I'm not sure where it's going all of a sudden. Oh, so just up there, that's where it went. Okay, sometimes it moves, don't ask me why. So we're going to grab the circle in the middle, and I'm just going to drag it back down into here so it makes more sense for us. Okay, next, dimension, outside to the center. And I'm going to put this as 0.2. And you can see it kind of goes over top of the wall here. And I'm going to go from this surface or edge over to here. I want that to be 0.2. And what that does is puts the center of the circle matching up with the hole that you did in the base part. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to put one more circle in here, and it's going to be right here, and I'm going to dimension it, and it's going to be a dimension of 0.1. And this circle here is for the screws to go into, and it's a little smaller than the threads on the screw, so it means when you go to put a screw in, it's going to bite into there. Okay, we're going to scroll out a tiny bit, and I'm just going to go one more time there. I'm going to draw a couple lines, and we're going to mirror, so I'm just going to put that line there. Right mouse click, OK, go back to line, there, put a line there, okay, hit OK. And then to mirror it, which we've done in the previous tutorial, we highlight, we go to mirror. We're going to select the mirror line, which is that. We go apply. Okay, whoops. And then I'm going to go and highlight. No, I can't highlight all that because it picks other stuff. So what I'm going to do is hit escape. Oops, shouldn't have gotten out of that. I'm going to highlight that, hold the shift key down, highlight that, go back to mirror, mirror line, pick that, apply, and you can see now they're down there. Okay, and we're going to hit done. So finish sketch. And now we're down to the last part, which is making these standoffs basically go to the bottom. So the little bit tricky here, you got to go to extrude, and this is the harder part. You just got to kind of fiddle around until you actually get what you really want to extrude, just because there's some stuff that you could accidentally extrude here. So there we go, that one, come over to this one, pick the one that I want, make sure I get the right thing and it's not liking me right now. There we go. And up to this one. Oh, I had it first time. There we go. Okay, scroll and move out a tiny bit. I want to reverse the direction and go down, but you see how it cuts it out right away? I just do join. Okay, so now it's solid in there, it's not cut out, and I hit OK. And now I have my start of my top for my useless box case. And we're going to stop here for now.